Hey, bales of hay. Welcome back to the Wakethefarmup Maintaining Ground podcast. This is the live show at Mandala Springs, Barnardsville, North Kakalaki. This is set 2 that we're bringing to you. In this set, we'll get some amazing more music and sounds from the experience that you had that day. I mean, we had some plant walks going on. We had some adventures in the chocolate factory, Mandala Chocolate. If you haven't tried it, get yourself a bar. Re-listen to this show when you have some. They go great together. Perfect pairing. A wonderful, fun podcast and a bar of the best chocolate. Oh! We're going to cut right into this show. So, support our show, subscribe, enjoy the other episodes, keep in touch as we develop and grow, and maybe we'll come to your town. Maybe you want us to come to your town. Maybe you want to be a special guest on the show. So here we go. This is live recording, Mandala Springs.
Take the pants off.
Seriously.
Garden naked.
Seriously funny.
Garden naked. Yo, take your pants off. Take your pants off. Take. Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Take the farm up. Take your pants off. Take your pants off.
Yeah, so here we go. In this episode, we have conversations and music with Rob Lenfesty of Mandala Chocolate and of Mandala Springs. And we have a conversation with Being Gabriel, biodynamic farmer, as well as Rowan Green. Enjoy the show, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone here. So, I want to get this show going. We got our next guest coming up. And our next guest coming up to the microphone is Rob Lenfesty of Mandala Springs itself.
Wake the farm up.
Let's give a big shout out for Rob.
Wake the farm up. Oh,
Here's Rob's uninterrupted 2 minutes on Wakethefarmup.
Bring the superfood nutrition into my life. Uninterrupted and free from all strife. I want Mandala chocolate dripping from every orifice in my being. I want to bring it and cover the earth, and I want to stand up and sing. This is time for us to reunite and become fluent with the earth, fluent with all nature, to figure out our actual worth. It is time for us to rise and to meet the forest as one, to exert our force of will, to have lots and lots of fun, to be playing with the trees and the plants, the elves and fairies too. To have lots of fun with me and here with you, because that is the spirit that brings the culture that will change the world for true. It's the thing that we do when we come together and we create it world anew. So the chocolate that we bring, the tempered bar that knows to sing and bring the codes of all the light, ancestors gone, and now take flight. For we are the ones we've been waiting for, the rainbow tribe that opens the door to bring humanity to the places unknown, to the power and to the capacity to do what we have come on the throne of our own sovereign light. Humanity takes flight. It's the dream inside the stream. We flow in the awakening. It's the way that we go and the way that we flow. It's the one that you see and the one that you know, because it's you. You're the one. You're the special one with the seed to plant in the soul of humanity, to save the world from this crazy insanity of this technological world. What? All of this chaos unfurled. all of these whirs and burrs and EMFs and purrs and
Unbelievable.
So we're going to funk it up. We're going to make it the way we see. It's the way that you go when you know you're truly free. When you walk it in the
Wake the farm up,
wake the farm up,
Lenfesty.
and you know it's at the farm. And I put it in, that's the one, and now we go. Wake the farm up, and you know we're gonna flow. Wake the farm, wake the farm up. Wake the farm up, that's the one that should have roll. Here we go. We're gonna become fluent with the earth. Permaculture gardening, you know it's what it's worth. And you put it in, but I wake the farm up. Wake the farm up, inside and in us up, that's the side. We'll wake the farm inside our soul. You know we're gonna find, cause I enter when we're whole. We are the ones with our hearts open wide, our wings spread out, and we know we can glide on the airwaves of life, the ones that are fun. Hitting my sun and I go, and you know what's in the sun. That's the way that I flow, and it's the way that I say. Here we go, we're gonna find the way to be the J that I find a set of show. Babies dance and glow, and you know I gotta say that I know we with a flow. Hey, here we go when we wake the farm up now. Got the permaculture, make light a sub now. Here we nigh, and I know what I'll say. And wake the farm up, that's the way. Say hey.
It's the way to be, that's the one you saw when you look into the sky. Here below the flow, and you know you don't even try. It's the way that we sing when we grow. Wake the farm up, and you know you'll find the flow.
Mandala Springs, we be
Mandala
getting down
Springs.
here doing our thing, waking the farm up with Rob and everyone here. We be having good times, we be cruising around, jumping in the creeks, we be washing ourselves with the cold water. We be chilling with our homies, gutter. We be running around here like something is gotta. Everything's growing out, seeds in our brain. Now it's coming, we just need a little mental
Wake the
rain.
farm up. You will wake the farm. I will wake the farm up. You
We be coming up from the ground in every town.
Wake the farm up.
Waking the farm up, it's Hail with the sound. There ain't no traditional interview happening now. We be doing it like our own. Kick a wow.
Wake the farm up.
Shabbat.
Cacao!
So Rob, tell us about cacao. And you gave a brief chocolate factory tour with me earlier, and I saw how you were making with the raw beans. Like,
That's right.
I got to eat some of the raw beans right out of the machines there that you guys were getting ready to process them in.
Yeah.
So like, this is amazing. Mandala Springs chocolate.
Mandala chocolate. We're combining wild crafted herbs. So all around you, you have a 68-acre forest farm using the wild herbs and mushrooms native to southern Appalachia. And we're taking those herbs and mushrooms and we are bringing them into the chocolate. So we're sourcing these superfoods from all over the world. Some of the finest superfoods grown by people who love what they do, first and foremost. That's what makes it true. And we're creating that rainbow bridge, that prophesized Hopi eagle and the condor, connecting the foods from the south, the foods from the north, connecting and collaborating in this beautiful chocolate bar to bring those codes into humanity. This is what we do. This is the way we do. We're making chocolate for me and you. It's the best in the world, most nutritious that exists. Yeah.
That's why it's on this show, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot. He was mentioning earlier about the
technologies and how they're coming into our world, and there's a lot of stuff out there, but this is like, this show itself is like the reason why all the technologies were formed. So like at one time you could call it artificial intelligence, but we've been calling it ancestral intelligence.
Ancestral intelligence,
of all the information our ancestors have put together, and it made it so that you can find this show and you can hear about the best chocolate in the world.
Best chocolate in the world.
I know one of the herbs that you have foraged around here is spicebush, Lindera benzoin, correct?
Correct. It's and I'm the first person to ever get it certified organic in the history of the world.
What do you mean the first person to get it certified organic? Like you brought in organic certification into your forest and they certified it, so you got certified organic spiceberries.
Yeah, and I had to get spiceberries tested and looked at and analyzed to make sure that it was acceptable as a certified organic food.
As a food even.
Exactly.
So like what kind of questions or what kind of tests did they do, I guess? Like what did they look for?
They're looking for any sort of heavy metal concentrations. They're looking for different compounds that might be harmful to people, and
like compounds that form uniquely to the spice bush that maybe they weren't aware of.
Well, and they didn't exist. The spice bush is clean as it gets. You can't go wrong with Lindera benzoin. You can eat as much of it as you want. You can take the twigs and make a beautiful tea. It's one of the best foods and medicines out there for humanity.
So with the name Lindera benzoin, I've noticed how that benzoin is often found in items as a preservative. Do you feel that's adding like shelf life to your chocolate maybe?
Well, you know, the thing with the spice berries is they contain a lot of oils that are actually pretty volatile. And if you're not treating it properly, if you don't keep it in its whole form, volatile oils, they'll go rancid. They'll get nasty on you. So you have to be very careful with the way that you use it so you don't get some rancid oils in your chocolate. Rancid oils. But
sometimes I like to get those rancid oils and then I eat all of them and then I eat the trees and I eat the rocks and I eat everything in the rancid oils. They make my brain just fall apart. I love the way it feels.
Goose to Dougal, can you like chill out? You don't need to be here right now.
Okay, I'm out here.
That's a GGG. But when you find the rancid spiceberry oil, you can take it. And its power's unfoiled when you wipe it on some wood and you use it as a stain. It works wonderful as a stain. As a treatment for wood. You know that you should. That's the way that you use our rancid spiceberries would.
I would definitely do that.
Yes, sir.
I would do that with a box, with a fox, and all that stuff. With wearing a blouse, with a mouse, whatever. But
in my house?
Tell me more about the unrancid spice berries. Like, so keep them proper, you keep them cool, out of the sun, all that kind of stuff.
You keep them whole. Because the spice berries will actually cure on the plant. They'll turn black and they'll consolidate themselves. So you can actually harvest these little black, already preserved spice berries, and they have a coating around them and the entire skin of it that keeps those oils intact and doesn't allow them to go rancid, and they'll keep for a year in pristine condition as long as you keep them whole. And I learned this because early on in my adventure with spice berries, I pre-ground them and then realized that after a few months, I had rancid oils. Rancid oils. I couldn't use those spice berries.
Rancid.
But then I was like, I know flax is another thing they let go rancid, and it becomes linseed. So what would happen if I let spice berries, all these smashed up rancid spice berries, and I took a piece of walnut and I used the oil on it, and it was gorgeous. And to this day, it remains gorgeous. So there you go. That is your insider tip of the evening.
There you go, gorgeous.
Yay!
That's amazing. So,
It's incredible.
So how long have you been doing the chocolate bars? A few years now, so you've kind of got that
For a decade.
A decade.
I've had Mandala Chocolate as a company now for a decade.
That's amazing.
And I've been honing these recipes and getting them going.
You used to be able to get Rob Lenfesty chocolate hockey pucks.
Hockey pucks. Rob Lenfesty chocolate. Hockey
That'd
pucks.
That'd be perfect for right now because there's like ice and stuff out. We could play a game of chocolate hockey.
And that's what most of that early chocolate was best used for, is throwing around and kicking around and playing a game. We've come a long way from a decade. We've learned a lot in the process.
So Jeremy over here, do you think that chocolate's come a long way in the last decade? Miles.
Miles and miles, we've climbed the mountain. We've learned to make chocolate from the fountain of life and youth, the alchemy within. We know how to make the chocolate. Where you begin?
Wait a second. Hold tight.
Hold tight.
Wake the farm up. Wait.
Wake the farm up.
Where are you getting these chocolate beans from, dude?
Yo.
It's cold out here.
So these beans are coming from the Dominican Republic, from these farms. And you know they want to love it because it's community farms where all the families have their own certified organic patches all over the land. And they're all being supported. They're all being loved. They're harvesting this cacao from below and above. They're getting paid really, really well for their product because it's amazing. And you know we want to rock it. So they put it in bags and they ferment it and they send it to us in these big, beautiful, giant bags full of cacao beans that we then crack in winter. And then we stone grind for days before we even begin to add other ingredients to make the chocolate.
You what grind?
We stone grind.
Is that like a special dance? That sounds fun.
I'm gonna do the stone grind. I'm gonna do the stone grind. Gonna roll it, roll it, roll.
Let's show 'em some stone
Gonna
grind
roll
butter.
it, roll
All right, so you
it, roll.
audio listeners,
Gonna
right
stone
now,
grind.
stone grinding.
Gonna stone grind. Cacao. Gotta stone grind. Yeah. Gonna stone grind. Granite on granite.
Come on, who's grinding?
Granite on granite. We stone grind.
Everybody.
Stone grind. Yeah. Stone.
That's how we make the chocolate just right.
Stone.
Yeah, we make it in the day and in the night. Whenever
The
we
stone
want to stone
grind.
grind, that's when it's right.
The stone grind. Gonna stone grind. Gonna grind the grind the grind. Granite on granite on granite. Granite on granite
On these farms down here that are sending up the cacao beans, I would love to go visit some of those cats and like hear, but like, do you think they would be into this kind of Wake the Farm Up show? Like,
They're not just into it. They live for this stuff. If we came down there to visit them, they'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Chocolate.
They wouldn't know what hit them.
well, it's absolutely amazing being here at Mandala Springs. The place is very peaceful. I know you guys hold retreats and many different events here. This is a very special event. I can't believe that this many people came. Like, balcony sections are full. It's amazing. Like, I think I got a note during the intermission that the tea lounge had actually ran out of tea. That was one of the first to, like, obviously people here love this tea that we're sharing with people. Some of the questions I'd love to hear a little bit more about. There's the retreats and there's ecstatic dances.
Ecstatic dance.
Like, what can make an ecstatic dance different than like the stone grind?
The ecstatic dance happens in a beautiful space with a rock climbing wall and art that grace the walls and the halls. And we dance our prayers above the place where the chocolate is ground, full of grace. And we've put these grids of selenite and amethyst all in the floor so that all of the vibes that go down and come up are the ones that we want from the heart, nothing more. And so we dance our prayers and we dance our light. We stomp our feet and sweat all night. And we bring that prayer down into the chocolate below as it grinds and finds the love we all know.
Stone grind.
That's how we do the stone grind, yeah. So we're doing lots of retreats here. 68-acre property, national forest on 3 sides, over 40 springs a gallon a minute or more. And I spent my whole life following spring water. All my travels were based on where can I get the best spring water? Where are the springs? And to end up here where some of the best spring water exists on planet Earth. In fact, now people from Asheville will come up here every single day to fill up their 5-gallon water bottles and take this water home with them and drink it and use it.
Is there like a pilgrimage path that people can walk on to get to the spring or anything like that?
Most certainly, because this connects. We are actually in the beloved, sacred, infamous Craggy Gardens right now. And the Craggy Gardens up on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Craggy?
Craggy, yeah. Craggy Gardens. Craggy Gardens.
Arr,
This is the Blue Ridge Mountains. You are in the midst of the Blue Ridge Formation. This is the third oldest watershed on planet Earth. It is ancient. It knows itself well. So our job is to connect and to listen and to learn, because how do you improve perfection? Perfectly so, indeed. Splendiferously perfectly.
Precise timing.
With precise timing.
Everything's coordinated and choreographed.
And corrugated and choreographed.
And corey-pined.
And corey-pined. Sibido. Sibido.
And one more thing.
Seduce me, Corey
I'd love
Pine.
to hear a little bit, like share us something about how you're inspired with your music through permaculture and nature and your connection with everything else you're doing. And then we're going to get you back on your sound system
Keyboards.
here. We love you, like what you're contributing to the sound experience here tonight.
So, everything is music. Everything is vibration. We start to become fluent in the natural world. We're not just learning the names of the plants and things. We're starting to embody the language. We're starting to create our own direct connection. The plants are telling us what their best use is, how we can utilize them in order to support their communities. And we've gained that fluency. It changes the way that our mind works. It expands our mind better than any psychedelic substance on earth. And that is the music. Those are the worlds that I now get to bring into existence musically at the same time. It's all interconnected.
Music written everywhere.
That's amazing. I love that. I love the aspect of how you're weaving that all together. And if you guys didn't quite catch exactly how he said that, hit the rewind button, go back like 15 seconds, a few times, and hit that again. And then when you're done with that, hit pause, do some stone grinding.
Stone grind.
Check out the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Moving on with the show tonight, I feel really grounded now that we got to have a little more in conversation with Rob and hearing about Mandala Springs, understanding where we are. It's pretty amazing. Check it out sometime. All right, who wants to come up to the mic and get a 2 minutes uninterrupted? Got Gabriel Light Being coming up to the mic. So, my new friend that I met today down here in the mountains, and we're part of the Farmers Anonymous, but we're just gonna be anonymous without that. Yeah, sorry man. But anyway,
we're here to support each other, the Farmers Anonymous here.
We represent each other or whatever that is. All right, you ready for your 2 minutes? Mike talking to the fuzz.
All right. Chicken, rooster. All right. Yeah, let's get it real here. Let's put the culture back in agriculture. Woo! All right. So, we're here a little bit talking about plants and stuff, and I think everybody here knows how plants grow. Birds do it, right? Yeah. See, birds, they're the real farmers of it all. So, you got a picture of a beautiful organic farm. It's got its fields, its orchards. You're sitting on the porch in a rocking chair, kicking back, doing what he's doing. Right? And we got some natural music. What do you hear? You hear the birds, A healthy farm is going to have birds on it, right? Because they're the farmers. They're flying around. What do? They eat seeds. They eat berries, right? And then they go around and they fly some more and they poop. And those seeds, they grow up to be plants, right? Woo! and they grow more plants and more seeds, and it breaks down. And then what's the bird's reward? What's the bird's favorite food? Worms, right? So that's what we got going on here, is birds are farming worms, and that's what we got, okay? So you want to grow plants? Grow birds. Grow a nice, healthy, organic farm full of birds and bees. That's what life is about, folks. The birds and the bees. Birds and the bees are running out of time. Now it's my time to make the run.
Yeah. Spirit.
All right. This is serendipitous shit here.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that poetry, you know, like bringing some of your experience into poetry about life on the farm. I like how you really incorporated the sounds of the farm and like thought about them. It's like almost like you could hear them and you were on your land walking around. So I understood from talking with you earlier today, you're really into biodynamics, and that might be something you were interested in sharing. I know on the Wakethefarmup podcast here, a lot of our fans are really interested in hearing different perspectives of farming and agriculture and permaculture. I always find biodynamics to be a very powerful tool on the palette of creating such things. Can you share with us some of your experience with biodynamics and maybe like the Twitter form of what biodynamics is?
Yeah, Twitter form biodynamics is what you think organic is.
The words come from bio being life and dynamic being energy, so it's a lot working with life energy, right?
Yeah, like someone else here said, it's all interconnected, you know?
Okay. And it was started by, so people know, it was started by Rudolf Steiner in the early 1900s based on a lot of his writings he did about agriculture, farming, and he created a lot of these different preps that at the time were very much woo-woo, but now where we're at almost 100 years later, a lot of what this woo-woo was is becoming microbial science.
Yeah.
Encountered Rudolf Steiner from a different perspective too, from more of like his philosophical standpoints, and wasn't even aware of the different other elements of science. This is the first I heard of that.
Right, yeah, he's developed dance and medicine.
That Rudolf Steiner's a big mind then, yeah.
What is it, anthroposophy, I think is what, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Education. You know.
So what kind of things do you do that you bring, like when you bring in like different biodynamic practices into your farming? Like what are some of the routine ones? What are some, I don't know, share with us a little bit about that, will you?
Yeah, sure. So when Rudolf Steiner was teaching about biodynamics in the early 1900s, you know, the people saw the world differently. And so what has become woo-woo now was very accepted then. And, you know, the people in the world then, so if they were raised, you know, if they're talking in their 20s and 30s, their whole upbringing was really based by their parents' upbringing. So now, even older, you know, there's a lot of old wisdom there. And so it makes sense, really. And today's world doesn't make sense, you know. Putting poisons on the earth and things like that is just unnatural.
So like some of these poisons and stuff, like I've always thought it fascinating how one drop of oil can contaminate a whole lake, right? But on the homestead prepper side of that, we got one drop of a biodynamic prep can change the energetics of a whole piece of property.
Absolutely, yeah. One homeopathic dose of sulfur to treat a whole field instead of covering your plants and yourself in harmful levels.
How would you apply, like, so you were saying like a sulfur application in a small amount, like how do you do that on your farms here?
Well, you could literally take like a boron sulfur pellet and stick it right in the earth or dissolve it in water and spray it. But yeah, with biodynamics, there are certain plants that are used to enhance aspects.
That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. Something for us, our audio listeners, would you be willing to, in your own way, share about your love of nature and your love of creating your own sustenance and the liberation that you feel that comes from that? Maybe not so much all that. So maybe some piece of it. Come on, give us some Wake the Farm up
Deepest,
here.
darkest secrets.
Deepest.
Yeah, if anybody looks into biodynamics, it might blow your mind. To give you an idea of how my mind works, it just made sense, perfect sense to me. It made sense of the world. So I read the book The Secret Life of Plants when I was maybe 14, and that was the first introduction to it.
Yeah, I love that book, The Secret Life of Plants.
Yeah.
Just the ability for it, even in that title, to get your brain to open up doors to what's going on with plants that we don't commonly think about. Their forms, their patterns, their shapes, their energy, their vibe, their essence.
Yeah, and really, language defines your perspective, right? So you're gonna see what you're talking about, and the more you talk about something, the more you see it. So, like if you look out the window and all you see is a forest, that's all you see. If some of us here look out the window, we might see oak trees and pine trees and rhododendrons, and not just that, but what lives on them and in them.
Magic and the phenom, yeah.
Yeah. So in that, the language that you speak, the more books you read, the more you look at things in these different ways, the more you see.
Well, the one thing to always remember with books, I love reading books. I read a lot of books and get a lot of inspiration from other people that way. But it is still a flat thing. It's a two-dimensional thing, very similar to like a flat screen. And all the information that's found in the book came from that three-dimensional world that we're talking about that's outside. So it is fun to read and get inspired, but to think about these things, but to go out and read that three-dimensional real existence, muscle, organic, you're an animal world. Yeah, and I know you do that. I know you do that, Gabriel. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, books need to be finished ultimately, and so it's not really the end of the story though. So go outside and finish or continue the story. Smells. The books, they do have great smell, but
I love the smell.
Going outside and inhaling some of that natural medicine there, it makes you happy.
Right. The leaves of the stories of the trees.
Yeah, and listen to those birds, because right now I hear them.
They're busy gardening, huh?
No, I hear them saying something. What are they saying? Wake the farm up!
Wake the farm up! All right, thank you, Gabriel. Thanks. It was awesome that you could be here and join us on the mic for Vince Night Share. Thanks so much.
Oh man, that was awesome. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Gabriel up here. Yeah.
Biodynamics! Birds! Bubbles!
All right, after the show, get out there and go biodynamic. All right, let's go buy that dynamic. That's gonna twist it up there. All right, now get in our boat here. We're cruising down the stream. I can't believe they actually have a chocolate spring. That's amazing. Psych! Let's welcome our next 2-minute guest here. We're gonna be closing the night here, I think, with our next guest coming up. So this will be our last 2-minute segment. And after that, we'll have a little closer and we'll have a fun after party. So look forward to that. We'll be jamming some music here with Stefan 101. Let's give another shout out to Stefan 101 and Rob Lenfesty throwing down in the show tonight. Super excited about that every time.
Absolutely.
So welcoming to the stage here is longtime brother of mine that we've connected with in the realms of music festivals, and like
absolutely.
bringing permaculture to music festivals and bringing that to people in places they might not have gotten to have that experience. And
it was the place you first entranced me with your primordial chestnut overarching forest.
That's amazing. I want to get you poetically, like this guy's poetics are always so beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Rowan Green. Give it up for Rowan Green, and I'll flip this.
My soul sings to run free in perfect love and trust. It aches for the feeling of miles disappearing under fleet feet, enduring the trappings of distance. Bated breath after bated breath, moving into the future. I long for camaraderie round campfire, surrounded by dark wilderness. I yearn for people around me being true to themselves, happiness, sadness, crying, future, a future. I come from a place, Kikianga, a place where the water flows from East Toledo to Indiana. Back to Toledo it goes. It purifies in natural springs beneath the earth so deep and emerges at the headwaters of St. Mary's, where it is tortured by modern pollution and flows back to Fort Wayne, where it again turns green and flows to Toledo again. Then it goes down into the ground beneath the aquifers and rises and bubbles and purifies in the flow of the earth. Thank you all for inviting me from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Wake the farmer! Thank you for inviting me here, brother. This is great.
Did you see what happened to the crowd out here? That was amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm loving this crowd. The people in the balcony are throwing hats. They're throwing their neighbors' hats. They're going out to the store and buying hats to throw people.
We got bras all over the stage.
It's incredible. The bras are on fire, folks.
I even see some, like, pantalones.
Oh, my goodness. This is an incredible place I've landed, brother.
Thank you so much for coming. This is amazing. Rowan actually sent me a message this morning, just a really random link, and I was like, hey, I'm in North Carolina. Last time I talked to you, you were in North Carolina. You're an amazing poet. Let's share some poetry, brother.
I'm so happy to slam. You know, I tried to do something that was in routine, and then I just felt the energy move. I was like, you know what? Let's go with it.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your North Carolina experience. So you've moved down here and you're working on some land?
Absolutely. So this is the most healing, incredible, inspiring place. A place that I landed out of outer space. I'm telling you guys, if you need to be healed, come to these mountains. Oh my goodness, these mountains.
At least come for a Wakethefarmup show.
Woo! Yeah.
Maybe an
Wakethefarmup!
Maybe some Mandala chocolate.
I'm pretty intrigued about this Mandala chocolate.
You like that?
Yeah. I've never heard of it before, and I know it now. Yeah. Especially because I'm doing permaculture down on my land in Murphy.
Okay.
We're doing a little bit of cob building, and I'm really intrigued about these spice berries making some sort of linseed oil type substance. I'm curious about whether it's the progress of that fermentation process when it goes rancid that actually makes it.
They are very, very oily. I've actually found them on the plant themselves rancid from the sun.
Ooh.
That's when you pick them late in the season, though.
rancid from the
And
sun.
they got that red chrome color. They look so shiny. Pick those and then keep them cool. Don't let them go rancid.
Don't let them go rancid.
But if you do, we know what to do now.
We
bye-bye.
preserve wood.
So, what I'd love to talk with you about summer camp because I know that's something that's like on the horizon.
We should probably plug it at least a little bit.
Yeah. So that happens every year around Memorial in Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
Actually, Chillicothe, which is a Shawnee word which means the town.
Yep.
So you would come there from Fort Wayne. There's a lot of like good Midwestern permaculturists that would gather there. We built thatched structures. We were some of the earliest
Cob ovens.
permanent structures that were built at the music festival.
Mm-hmm.
They love it. They've actually rented out the stuff that we built there for weddings off the season.
That's incredible. I haven't been there in many years now.
But that's permaculture, eh? That's permanent, like you're creating something that talks
Embedded
even after
culture.
the music festival's over.
Oh, you know, on the subject of cosmic jokes.
Cosmic jokes.
Cosmic
Yeah, let's
jokes.
highlight that.
Cosmic jokes.
Cosmic joking.
Far out, man.
I do love how you've taken technology and brought permaculture to the world with your beautiful Wake the Farm Up.
Wake the farm up.
Wake the farm up.
Yeah.
Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up.
Wake the farm up.
So in the far west here in North Carolina, we're waking the farm up.
Rowan Green.
We're organizing farmers. We're going to the committee. We're trying to change the policy. It's the Farm Bill year, folks. Get real. We can change policy, make it better, y'all.
We waking
The farm
kings and queens up.
Wake the
They
farm
be
up.
sleeping out there, waiting for their little seed to get the little moment in the sunshine where they can come up through the sidewalk crack or in the little beautiful root crock right in the middle of some oak grove, wherever it's at. You know, we're out
The
here
farm up.
encouraging and supporting, and kings and queens are waking up.
I love what you're doing. Combining music to connect the people. Love what you're doing, connecting people with the music.
I kind of want to hear Rowan Green singing with my brother.
Get up here, brother.
This will be a Dragon and Rowan mic session here. This is very beautiful for the audio experience, very special. I'm going dancing, y'all. See ya, I'll be back at the mic in a second.
Wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Watching Game of Thrones. Wake the farm up, baby. Eating Mandala chocolate. Waking farm up. Eating Mandala chocolates while we wake the farm up. Wake the farm up. Watching Game of Thrones. Wake the
right now. They're hearing this sound go out all around the ground. There be forest reefs in the under ocean. They be replenishing and coming up now because the energy that we be creating is encouraging and supporting this stuff to come up. It's beyond the farm. It's beyond where you can reach with your arm. There's so much more than we'll ever know. That's why we gotta take this time to share what we've been seeing as we go. Come together.
Make the farmer. Make the farmer.
All right, we got such a beautiful night ahead of us. Thank you everybody for being a part of this show and making this happen. Everybody give a big shout out for Rowan Green for coming and stepping up here in this last bit. We got the marching drum band up here. We got drum circles going down and seem like
Wake the farm up!
we dancing,
Wake the farm up!
shaking our body,
Wake the farm up!
moving it like an animal.
Wake the farm up!
We are free.
Wake the farm up!
We are of the earth. We are
Wake the farm up!
made up of it.
Wake the farm up!
Behold,
Wake the farm up!
behold a new day.
Wake the farm up!
Behold a new way. Session of Wakethefarmup podcast. Live here in Barnardsville, North Kakalaki. Stick around. Recording's going up. We're having fun after party all night long.
Well, that wraps up the live show, Barnardsville, North Carolina at Mandala Springs. Soon we'll be recording down at Carriage House Farm in North Bend, Ohio. We'll be trying some of the plant spirits there. They distill stuff right from their property there. We'll be hanging out in their distillery bar room, offering a Wake the Farm Up show with some amazing guests coming on. Look forward to sharing that with you all. Keep enjoying this show. Check out some of the other episodes. Stay tuned for new ones coming all the time. From your host, Ande, the mother farming elf. Get involved. How can Wake the Farm Up help you? We're here to support and encourage. We hope you can support and encourage that. Wake the Farm Up. Let's get together. Let's do a show. Let's have some fun. Enjoy the audio experience. More to come. We're growing, nurturing.
Oh, you know, on the subject of cosmic jokes.
Cosmic jokes.
Cosmic
Yeah, let's
jokes.
highlight
Cosmic jokes.
Cosmic joking.
Far out.